Listen, just listen to your body. Can you feel it? That gnawing, hollow pain right in the center of your stomach? You know, it starts as just a growl, but after about 3 days with no food, it becomes a scream. Your blood sugar is absolutely crashing, your hands are starting to shake, and your brain is just flashing these images of food, steak, burgers, really anything with substance. And right now, your most primal instinct is taking the wheel. It's screaming at you to just grab a stick, sharpen it into a spear, and go hunt something. You look out at the forest and all you see is a supermarket. You're thinking, man, if I can just catch a rabbit, maybe a deer, I'm saved. Well, I'm here to tell you that this very thought is a trap. In a survival situation, hunting isn't the solution. It is a suicide mission. So, in this explainer, we're going to look at the cold, hard mathematics of starvation. We're going to completely debunk that Hollywood myth of the heroic hunter, and I'm going to show you what you actually need to eat to stay alive. And a fair warning, it's not going to be pretty, but it will keep your heart beating. That primal scream deep in your brain, the one that's telling you to hunt, that is the single most dangerous trap in the wilderness. It feels right, doesn't it? It feels intuitive, but it is a direct path to failure. Let's break down exactly why. Okay, let's dive into the physics of your body's energy. A calorie is just a unit of energy. That's it. Now, to stay alive, your body burns somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a day, just lying completely still. That's what's known as your basal metabolic rate. It's basically the baseline cost of being alive. Now imagine you decide to go hunting. You've got to walk, you've got to stalk, maybe run, maybe even fight an animal. Just stalking through rough terrain can burn 400 to 600 calories an hour. So if you hunt for just 4 hours, you've burned at least another 2,000 calories. That's an entire day's worth of energy gone in a single afternoon. So what's your return on that huge energy investment? Well, think about this. Even expert bow hunters, we're talking guys with modern compound bows and full camo, they come home empty-handed half the time. And you, with a sharp stick and running on fumes? Your success rate is, let's be honest, practically zero. So you spend 2,000 calories to catch nothing. You are now in a massive calorie deficit. You've just dramatically accelerated your own starvation. You are literally running yourself to death. And here's where it gets even worse. Let's say you do succeed. You actually catch a rabbit. Well, you've just run into a biological nightmare called rabbit starvation. You see, rabbit meat is incredibly lean. It has almost no fat. And if you eat only lean protein, your liver can't process all the excess nitrogen fast enough. You get diarrhea, headaches, a constant gnawing hunger. You can eat an entire bucket of rabbit meat and still literally starve to death. So, if we don't hunt, what in the world do we do? Well, we become the ultimate opportunist. We stop looking for the one big kill, and we start looking for all the small wins. We stop looking out at the horizon, and we start looking down at our feet. We're talking about the single most efficient protein source on the planet, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. But survival doesn't care about your feelings. Survival cares about math. We're talking about insects. Let's just look at the data. Beef is about 20% protein. That's pretty good, right? But crickets are 65% protein, and they're also packed with healthy fats, calcium, and iron. The truth is, in almost every square yard of soil on Earth, there is high-quality food. You just have to get over the yuck factor. The earthworm is a perfect example. I mean, it's essentially just a tube of pure muscle. It's slow, it doesn't fight back, you don't burn precious calories chasing it. You just dig. Now, to eat one safely, you do have to purge it. You squeeze it from head to tail to push all the dirt out, then you boil it or roast it on a hot rock. You never eat them raw. A couple of cooked worms gives you enough protein to keep your muscles from breaking down for another day. And the energy cost to get them? Maybe 50 calories? That is a massive return on investment. Okay, now for energy. Protein is for maintenance, but you need carbs to fuel your brain. The solution is literally all around you. Trees. Not the leaves, we're talking about a secret layer inside the tree called the cambium. If you find a pine, a birch, or a spruce tree, just peel away that rough outer bark. Underneath it, you'll find a greenish-white wet layer. That's the cambium. It's the tree's circulatory system, and it's full of sugars and starches. You can fry it like bacon, you can boil it, or you can dry it and grind it into flour. You are literally eating the lifeblood of the forest. But look, if insects and tree bark are still not for you, and you absolutely need meat, there's still a much, much smarter way to get it. You don't hunt, you trap.
Hunting is what we call active energy expenditure. Trapping, on the other hand, is passive energy gathering. A trap works for you while you sleep. A trap doesn't get tired, it doesn't waste your precious calories.
The simplest trap out there is the snare. Just take a piece of wire or even one of your shoelaces and find a game trail, one of those little paths where animals always run. Make a noose about the size of your fist and hang it a few inches off the ground. You can set 10 of these in an hour for maybe 100 calories. If just one of them works, you've gained 500 calories for a 100-calorie investment. See? The math works. And in the water, you can build a fish weir. Find a shallow stream and use rocks to build a V-shaped wall that funnels fish into a narrow point where they get stuck. It's a machine that catches food for you. Now, there is one critical rule that you absolutely cannot break. If you find a berry or some plant and you don't know for sure what it is, do not eat it. The risk of poisoning is just way too high. Vomiting and diarrhea will dehydrate you and kill you in hours, especially when you're already weak. If you have absolutely no other choice, you have to use what's called the universal edibility test. First, you rub the plant on your skin and you wait. If there's no reaction, you touch it to your lips and you wait. Then your tongue and wait. Then, and only then, you eat a tiny piece and you wait 8 hours. It's a slow, painstaking process. And this is exactly why it's so much better to just stick to what you can easily identify: insects and tree cambium. So let's just recap your new nutrition strategy. Rule number 1, do not run. Conserve every single calorie. Rule number 2, look down. The ground is full of protein that's way better than beef. Rule number 3, peel the trees. The cambium layer is your carbohydrate engine. And rule number 4, build robots. Let snares and traps do the work for you while you conserve energy. If you follow these rules, you can actually solve the physics of survival. You can manage heat loss, you can secure hydration, and now you can fuel your own biological furnace with high-efficiency food. You have effectively mastered the environment. But in any real-world scenario, nature isn't your only enemy. The final, and by far the most unpredictable threat, well, it doesn't have claws or fangs. It comes from other people. To survive the human element, you need to learn how to disappear in plain sight. It's a strategy called the gray man theory, and it goes against pretty much everything you think you know about camouflage. Now, that's a topic for our next explainer, where we'll show you why your tactical gear will probably get you killed, and how to vanish in a crowd or a forest using psychology, not paint. You have to disappear before they ever find you.